We are live.
What's
Welcome to
that?
Chronicles. My name is Captain. My host tonight is the lovely Element, and let me
Element.
say that all must be at least 18 years old or probably 21 to watch this show tonight because, well, we discuss a lot of things that happen, and unfortunately, they are all true. But it's our experiences, so have fun, enjoy.
Viewer discretion
So,
advised. There will be cigarette smoke too. Just let you know, young kiddies.
yeah.
I'm not here to be a role model. Just saying.
So let's set the scenery. It's wonderful year of 2007. I was a head chef at a restaurant, and Bruce was cook over at Dairy Queen, and we had mutual friend, and pretty much told you, hey man, I got a buddy coming over. I know you're going to go work Sturgis. You always do Sturgis. He wants the job with you. I was like, all right, whatever. So that gave me a great opportunity to get a Winnebago and from a friend, and I could ride my bike to Sturgis. So I went and asked his friend. She said, "Yeah, $200, and I could use it for 2 weeks." So I was like, "All right, but I got to
two
pay
weeks.
you after the rally." So
2 weeks.
she's like, "All right, but before you take it off my lot, I want you to know something that it has no brakes." I'm like, "No brakes." Like you have to pump it a lot and make sure that you're slowing down about 2 blocks before you really have to stop.
Guess who gets to
So
drive the
I have to drive
Winnebago?
that
I
problem.
felt like Benson
So
in
I
the
meet up
'80s
with
had to drive
Bruce.
the Winnebago.
We throw everything in the Winnebago. I jump on my bike. I got a couple things on there, but everything for 2 weeks, pretty much,
2 weeks.
which is 2 weeks
2 weeks.
is
2 weeks.
pretty much like 6 coolers full of beer is really about the only thing we packed.
And
Some
our clothes.
clothes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Pocket full
So
of a
yeah,
little bit of cash. A little bit. I think we had a little bit of cash. Yeah.
we did have a
Not
little
much.
bit of cash
I mean,
each.
that was gone like the first day.
No, I think we lasted at least a couple days, probably about
Felt
six
like a
days.
day.
We
Felt like a day
that
though.
that 6 days change.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we get there. We start driving. We make pit stop. Bruce is telling me he's gonna kill me because I'm ahead of him on the motorcycle and he's behind me in this Winnebago that has no brakes. So stop, pick up some seaweed. We drive down this gravel road because I didn't want to take the main highway. Nah, let's hit a gravel road on a motorcycle and an RV with no brakes. This sounds like a fun adventure.
Yeah. Let me tell you. So as we're going down the road, I look up, I see this big wall of smoke. I'm like, what is that? I think it's a dust storm. And this big old semi truck's coming around the corner. And I see Steve going down the hill. I'm going down the hill behind him. I'm starting to pump my stuff. I'm like, ah. So then I see Steve starting to wipe a little bit, and then poof, he goes into the smoke. And I'm like, oh, I'm pumping the brakes. I just can't see him. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Oh, shit. I think I just ran over Steve. I thought I ran you over, man. That sucked.
The semi
Yeah,
full of hay bales going down a
yeah.
country road, just
Oh,
dust
man.
everywhere. And I was the same way. I just held onto my handlebars and I went, did my whole, come on, rub my belly, Buddha. Let's go through this thing. My only thing is, as soon as I got out of that cloud, man, there was a corner. So as soon as I hit that, I was sliding like all sideways, one foot down.
Yeah,
I
both
look in
feet
my
on.
mirror, how this dust storm just comes Bruce out of nowhere, just poof. Straight myself out on that gravel road. He's like right on my bumper, man. I get myself straight back out. I head down that gravel road. I'm just gone.
Oh.
To that pavement, my heart's going do 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 do. Had to smoke a cigarette. Wait about 5 minutes. Here I see Bruce all. And that RV, all dust cloud coming down. He's all going kind of slow, looking in the ditches as he's going down, making sure I hadn't dropped nowhere.
Yeah, man, it was scary. And I'm a vet, and I got PTSD, and my anxiety spiked like a mug. What? I was like, oh my god, I just ran Steve over. I was like, I know I'm going to jail. They gonna think I did it on purpose.
I just would have went thump, 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 and that would have been it.
Oh man, it would have been quick though. It would have been quick. If I would have hit you, that was it. I couldn't slow down. I'm pumping like from the top of the hill, and we're going on the downhill, no doubt. Make it worse. So I'm sitting there pumping. I'm like, oh god. Yeah, that was terrible.
So that was like within the first hour, just going to Sturgis. First time really meeting each other. Now, anything, just kind of, hey, all right, I'm going to Sturgis. You want a job? All right.
Well, a little bit. We just play Rock Band and stuff, and hang out with Kyle.
Later on.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, it was just pretty much at Dairy Queen. I was pretty much off and on where I met you at because I wasn't working there, but I knew everybody there.
Yeah. It was pretty cool, though. It was yeah. I was so happy to see the campground. Do I pull in the campground? Steve's riding in front of me, and I'm going kind of slow, which is good because I was happy to get on the campground. Going down a place called Titty Alley. I didn't know anything about it. I look up, there's this white guy walking down the road, butt naked. And I look, I'm holding the wheel. I look at Steve. Steve turns around. He's like, he just gives me like, we're here. Kind of look. That was my first time. Black man going to Sturgis. I was just kind of like,
then you see out in the woods that there's a naked volleyball tournament thing going on over there.
Yeah, so that was an experience. That was terrible.
85-year-old wrinkly ass dude. First thing he come rolling in that place, and that was the first thing he saw was a naked.
That was a good indication. Seeing him walking on the road butt naked was a good indication to let me know how the rest of the weeks were gonna go. Of all the naked people out there, I had to see a dude. I'm like, great, this is not gonna turn out well. He's like, Steve's like, welcome to Sturgis. So I'm like, wow. I'm like, really? Everybody's naked? Like completely naked. With just shoes on. I'm like, wow. Whoa. I better stay in the RV. Oh. Was that the first day we got there? Took the bike, the Harley, did the figure eights. Was that like a second or third day?
I think that was like the fourth day.
Fourth day? Yeah.
Because that day, we had to go report into work. So you jumped on the back of my bike, and we showed up to that guy in the Rolls Royce. It's like, security, and we're like, okay, apparently we're supposed to report to you. And he goes, well, you guys show up tomorrow at like 2 a.m. And we're like, all right. Yeah, you guys will have 12-hour shifts, 2 to 2 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're like, all right.
No.
So.
And then trying to party before.
We probably thought we were a couple or something, you know.
I don't think they thought that until the night I was wearing the chaps. The night I was wearing the chaps, they probably thought I was like He-Man or something. Black guy in chaps. Wow. It was cold. Them bad boys came in handy. I put them bad boys on. It was cold that night. But it's like a storm every year. Yeah.
And we had crack open a beer and a bottle and a joint. And I think we're just chilling. And then it kind of got dark. And Titty Alley started popping. And, you know, there started people revving motorcycles up and down. Like, you know.
It got
so
live.
We kind of. But our location too, we were kind of hidden back in the woods though too.
Yeah.
You know, but it was like 25 yards away from a porta potty, so we were still there.
Yeah. That was cool. Then I saw a naked lady walk across the field, butt naked with just shoes on, to the porta john. And I was just like stuck. I was like, I felt like embarrassed to even look. I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be looking. Everybody else is looking. So I was like, she just walked through the crowd. It's like, what kind of place is this? It's scary.
So we start walking the alley ourselves. I'm like, hey, we're here. We got to enjoy it. I got to show you the alley. I got to show you, we're at the tail end. There's stuff way at the other end. So we walk through it, and we see naked here, naked there,
everywhere.
just offering us drinks up and down. And then we get to this place that got really crowded, like a whole bunch of people were all around on both sides of this fence, partying, and people are trying to weave in and out of them with golf carts and stuff. But all of a sudden, I lost Bruce. And I look over. There's this chick on a stripper pole. Now, mind you, Bruce's survival kit was, I'm going to bring 2 cameras. It took one while we walked. It took like 5, 6 pictures. I lost Bruce. All of a sudden, he's over here by this naked chick on this like homemade built stripper stage.
Homemade stage, man. It was a nice looking stage.
Just, all of a sudden, just see flash, 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 flash.
I was caught in the moment. That was probably
Bruce.
That was the first time I felt like a professional.
Like you were professional.
I felt like a professional that day. I was like, yeah, give it to me, push, fierce. It's fierce. Give it to me. She was playing along with it, so I was enjoying every minute of it.
So he asked me if I had a 1. I'm like, no, because a guy throw a 1 up there. I think 2 or 3 guys throw a 1 up there, right?
Yeah.
So I
like pretty much everybody throwing 1.
I'm like, this is your first rally. There's a $5 bill. See what you get for that. He threw that up there. That G-string came off. She's all just pretty much rubbing it all on Bruce. He's taking pictures. Like paparazzi, something.
She was posing and everything, and she was doing the thing, got her leg all up. I was like, wow.
50 pictures. We were done in 3 minutes with that.
I was done. I felt like a professional photographer that day. I felt like I had it all. Man, she was beautiful. She wasn't like nasty or raunchy looking. She had these long leggings on with the freaking stilettos, perfect body, and she was just going off. And I was just like, skit. The guy comes running over to me. I guess it's her boyfriend. He's like, hey, man, you can't do that. I'm like, do what? He's like, you're hogging all the action. I'm like, all I did was put a $5 bill up there. Then I see Steve come up behind him. I'm just like waving Steve off. Because I'm like, I can handle this. Because Steve was like standing behind him. I was like, nah, he's like, no, man, you're taking all the action, man. I was like, what are you talking about, man? It's like, is that your girl? He's like, yeah. I said, well, don't you want me to give her $5 or you want me to just give her a bunch of 1s? He's like, well, just give it 1s. Just give it a 1. He wanted me to like break them up, I guess. But I was like, well, all I had was a $5 bill. But she livened up when she saw that $5 bill, boy. She was like, oh. Yeah, she was nice though. It was a nice environment though. It was scary, but it was a whole bunch of people. And there wasn't that much drama really. I was actually pretty shocked. It was just everybody was just having a great time. Everybody was associating with everybody else. It didn't matter if I was black or not. I mean, I was scared. I think I was more scared than them. First time I went to a rally. I know those biker games don't like us too much.
We got Thomas Comics books in here. Or we got Southern Comic Geek. Happy birthday, Southern Geek.
Happy birthday.
You got me first, but it's kind of our little game that we do, a bunch of people. So, anyways, that was the most insane, like 5 minutes where I was like, hey, Bruce, you want me to jump in? You all right? You got this? That kind of eyeball, that buddy eyeball. All right. The guy turns around and he sees me and he's like, hey, man, I ain't nothing. I just told him not to throw up 5s because then it gets all the attention and, we want to share it around and have a good time, right? And I'm like,
whatever.
She seems to be having a good time with him. And he's out of film.
I appreciate it, I'm mad I lost some pictures. I had them pictures. I tried to save them bad boys. Lost them. I kept the bad boys in a secret compartment. I had the bad boys hidden. It was good. Man, woo.
They didn't
I was
have cell phone. You would have went down with the battery right then and there. I think we
and
did.
they've been talking about you reached your data limit and everything. If I had a cell phone like that back then.
5 minutes.
Like, yes, I'd like to expand my plan, please. Can I get the super plan? Mobile free. Yeah, that was fun though. I can't believe how upset he got though about me having her a $5 bill. I can understand if I was doing it and I wasn't giving her nothing, but I handed her $5, so why are you upset about it? Go figure, man.
So then we walked up and down, and then I just said, give this chick beads, and she'll show you tatas.
I was like,
We were
what?
like, what? No. Don't say this
Like,
isn't.
no.
If I go, hey, here's some beads, girl. Let me see your titties. That shit I got. You gonna get my ass killed, Captain, man. I tell you what, I don't believe what the fuck you're telling me, man.
Hey, man, I got to be sure, man. I need total compliance nowadays, man.
Up there's something over there. Look at that shit, man. That guy's racist. I'm out of here, man. I'm like, look, dude, watch. So I stood right there. Here come a chick by. I just said, hey, beads for boobs. Mm-hmm. I went, all right. See how easy that is, Bruce? So
yeah, it's okay if you do it, but if I do it, they want to try rape. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to be sure I had 100% consent. It had to be consent. I had to be sure, man. Dangerous times nowadays, man.
Whatever. So we're walking by this porta potty that's close to our RV. Here comes these two naked couples.
Yeah.
Your story.
Yeah. So, were they on the golf? They was on the little golf cart, right?
Yeah, they were on the golf cart and they stopped because they were going to the porta potty too.
Yeah, so they stop and then they come back. They sit back on the cart, and then the guy looks at me and he goes, "Hey man, you want to take a shot of my lady's thingamabob?" I was like, "All right." So he spreads her legs and then he just. Whoop, I was like, "Oh!" I was like, I gotta get a memory of this. Wow! It wasn't even sexual. It was just the fact that her husband was doing it. I was just like, what is going on here? I was still trying to take in the whole Sturgis.
So I was like, here, at least give her some beads, and you were like, I got more than what I wanted, but thank you.
Scary moments, man.
And they kept going, oh, you're a virgin? You're a virgin? This is your first rally? You're a virgin? We got to drink with us later. And you're like, should I go with them?
Hey, I was shocked, man. God told that doctor I was in Colorado Springs when I was in Colorado Springs. I got out of the military. And the doctor was like, yeah, I'm going to send you to the VA at Hot Springs, South Dakota. I was like, what? He's like, what's wrong? I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. He's like, well, why not? I was like, I don't think it's a good idea for me to be in Hot Springs, South Dakota. But I went anyway. Next thing you know, I'm in Sturgis. So I had to be sure. I had to make sure everybody was good to go, man, because I ran into a couple of them. I ran into a couple of them cats, man. Yeah, but it was an experience, man. It was fun though. It wasn't even like a sexual thing. It was just that seeing everybody happy and free, and nobody was really starting any problems either. Nobody was like being mean or except the cook. The cook was the only irate one there out of everybody. That guy was a trip. Okay, imagine like that show, what's it called, Hell's Kitchen, and the main chef is like yelling at everybody and shit flying everywhere. That's what it was like at this little tent where this professional 4-star chef was like just going off on everybody. And I'm looking inside the tent. I'm like, bro, they're just cooking eggs, man. They're just making scrambled eggs, man. And he's like flipping out, wanting to see where the bread was placed, and oh, that's in the wrong tray, and just going off about the most tedious stuff ever, man. He was just going overboard. I think he was really putting on the show for no reason, though, for real.
It jumped ahead. We reported to work at 2 a.m.
I know, but I just couldn't stop thinking about that damn cook.
They said security guards. I'm like, okay, we're security guards. Like, what do
Hey,
we
that's
do?
like right up my alley. I can do that.
Make sure nobody comes in and out of this gate without a pass. We're like, okay,
Yeah, we didn't get too many guys that came
that's our
through, try to
job.
come through.
Let's make sure nobody comes in and out of this. I'm like, all right, I can handle that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we'll pay you $12 an hour. We're like, all right,
Right.
cool. So we're like 2 a.m. We got a little bit of rest and had fun on Titty Alley, and we're just talking about, everything that night. And they're telling us that a band is supposed to be coming in at about, I don't know, what they say, 4 or 5 in the
3 or
morning.
4. Yeah.
So the first thing that shows up is the chef, and he's got a pitched ass little tent, and
Oh man.
he's all got a couple people with him, all screaming and yelling and blah 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 blah. And we're probably about 30, 40 yards away from him.
Trying
And
not to
we're
laugh.
at our gate where we're supposed to be. Nobody comes in without a pass. That's our thing. All right. So this chef is yelling like I'm a cook, and I've been a cook at many, many places, and I know how to treat people right to get them to do what you want.
Complete opposite.
And yelling at people about scrambled eggs and singing opera at them and turning around and yelling at them. And I'm like, dude,
I
it's
mean, it wasn't
scrambled
really
eggs.
cooking. It was like scrambled eggs and bagels and fruit. It wasn't like he was preparing like omelets or nothing. It was just scrambled eggs, like bagels, cream cheese, fruit, toast, stuff like that. he was acting like we were serving lunch for the president. I swear to God, that's what he was acting like. I was crazy. He was overzealous for
Tom's
real.
Comics, Tom's Comics, Books, and Reviews did my
What's up,
other
Dom?
comment. So, hi, guys. Is Ray still there?
I don't know, Ray.
Ray. I knew New York, Ray, and he passed away several years ago.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Rest in peace.
Yep. Navy man. So, anyways, Ray's another story. He went to rally with me too. He's from New York, and he used to say, "Man, ain't no place like rally with you." I'm like, "What do you mean? This shit don't happen in New York. Let me tell you." I'm like,
yeah.
All right, cool. Same thing. You're from Chicago. I mean,
Yeah.
first time being there,
First
Midwest.
time. Yeah. First time in the
Being
rally.
a virgin at the rally. So,
That's one place I
yeah,
thought I'd never go.
we got a couple other band related stories. That's kind of like on our day 2, day 3 when they were all coming in. Remember that one chef that had us all moving stuff, because one band guy leaves and they take their private chef with them, and another private chef comes in. So we had private chefs every day.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay. So this one chef, besides the opera singer and egg freaking out guy, we had this one that wanted us to move stuff around so she could set up. And we're like, hey, lady, well, we're security guards. And she's all bossing us around. And we're like,
We had to get on the radio. We're like, are we supposed to be helping these people? I mean, I didn't mind helping. It was just like, we can't watch the gate and do this at the same time.
But then she's all bitching and acting like our boss. And I'm like, what the hell? You know what? I'm security guard, lady. I ain't a freaking roadie here that sets up your tables and moves this counter over to there for you. And then I don't do that. That ain't part of my job. I see that fence? I'm supposed to stand there and look pretty and make sure nobody comes over that thing. I get an hour lunch break, which means I don't go nowhere. Everything's closed in the middle of the night. That's why I'm grouchy right now, lady. So she's like, talks to managers, blah, 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 blah about us. She apologizes to us by bringing us an omelet, a vegetarian omelet of, I have no idea what it was.
Something.
But it was like,
smelled good.
Yeah, you thought so.
It smelled all right.
6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, I think it was, or 8 o'clock. You know, sun's up.
Oh,
We're
it
more
kicks in.
live. Brings us something, you know, after she's served whatever band members or rock stars that were there at that time. I can't remember. You know, there was so many different bands. She brings us that burrito, and I'm just like, she's like, I'm sorry, here's some food, you know, it's vegetarian, I'll help you out, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, Bruce's like, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Well, anything else you need me? I'll get that for you. And I'm like, I ate like half of mine. Like, oh, this ain't gonna work right, Bruce. This is not gonna settle right. I can tell you that right now. So, us, we're like down here where the gate's at, and then there's like a hill up here that we have to come up, and it levels off. Well, up here there's a whole bunch of road of porta potties. You know, I think like 120. All
They
just
put it on
lined
top
up
of the
on
hill of all places. On top of the damn hill. I don't
up
get that.
we had to climb like
But whatever.
stagger up this hill.
It was a pretty steep hill. Pretty good incline.
I'm like, that burrito hit me in like 30 minutes or less. Man, that was worse than any Taco John's I ever ate. I don't know what kind of soybean, whatever
Yeah.
she was trying to sell it was.
I think she's trying to kill us because we didn't help her with the table. I think it took me about 45 minutes to an hour for mine to kick in. You went first. And I was like, make sure you come back, man. And I'm like, this is an emergency. Make sure you come back. Don't take forever, bro. Push and go, man.
Hey, go.
I ain't gonna make it much longer. We had the little radios. Hey, hurry the hell up.
Now we had those security radios. I can't even remember what gate we were. We were like the end gate. We didn't even have a number. We were just end gate. We didn't even have a number.
I just had the radio. I just remember having like military flashbacks. I was like, Roger, Roger. I'm like, not to talk like that. Like, Roger that. I'll be there. En route. I sound like the cook. It's crazy.
So, as being there a couple days, we started knowing the managers and producers and people that started coming in, and they came to our gate because by the third day we knew who they were. They didn't have to stop, so a badge. We're just like, we already got that gate already open for them. Come on in.
Yep.
So then they started giving us like free tickets to different shows and stuff like that at that time.
Yep.
You know, we didn't think nothing about it. We were told, hey, you're security. You got to go to shows anyways. So we're like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So we're being security one day, and one of the band manager guys, he's like, somebody's coming to your guys' gate. Let me know when they're there. And we're like, okay. We call and we're like, there's some albino looking crazy dude playing Vanilla Ice, jumping off of his car.
Oh, he's standing on top of his car too, wasn't he?
Yep. They're all, yeah, keep him there. And I'm like, oh gosh, great. So he's on the other side of the fence from me and Bruce.
He's getting down,
like,
boy.
Getting down all over this fucking Buick Cutlass thing, big hood, like he's like Dirty Dancing or something. I don't know.
Standing on top of the car, like, dancing. I'm like, I don't think this is the guy, Steve. I'm like, I don't think this is the guy, bro. This can't be the guy.
He was albino as hell. Remember that? That he was just white as hell. Like, like, dude, you're getting.
He wasn't Caucasian. He was just albino.
Albino.
Yeah, he was albino.
So, the manager guy, what was it, producer or something, wasn't he? Yeah, he come out there. He's like, you two follow me. And Bruce like, all right, man, trying to puff up. Out there, skinny old albino. He turns down his Vanilla Ice music. You know, it was just
Vanilla Ice,
like, whatever. And that guy goes up to him and he goes, hey, who gave you that pass? And he goes, well, I'm supposed to start work here and blah, 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 blah. And he goes, let me see that. So the guy gives it to that announcer guy. Turns out, well, you no longer work for us, and he went right between us two. We just made our own little gate right in front of that guy. Like that just happened.
He was
Like
mad.
your shit just got ripped out of here.
How you gonna show up to your job and start dancing on top of your car? I wish I could have had what he was hitting. I wanted to be dancing too.
Well, that dude was like, that manager dude was like 5'4", 5'3". He was just a little short dude. It was just funny as hell. Let me see your pass. He just yanked it right up. All right, you no longer work for us. You and me looked at each other, we just sliding shoulders right next to each other. That dude just went, like, dude, you ain't get past us, and you ain't getting it. So have a good day. It was just the funniest shit. Just like a half hour later, that dude's coming out with water for us and giving us.
I guess he was dancing. He was celebrating. I guess he was dancing to celebrate that he got the job, and he lost it like that. I felt bad for him though.
It was the slickest thing I've seen, man. Let me see your pass, man. Who hired you? Well, you're fired.
That was straight hood right there. Yo, let me see that. Snatch. He got jacked. He jacked him for his pass. Poor guy. He could at least gave him a pass, let him keep it as a memento or something. He took his pass. Voided him right there. Snap. Nolan Boyd. Oh man, that was great.
Then we got the old famous bike ride. Like I've grown up riding motorcycles my whole life, everything. This is first rally. I'm like, you don't know how to ride a bike? You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn right now.
I actually knew how to ride a bike. I just haven't ridden in a while.
Well, not no Harley either.
Not no Harley. Not no Harley. Like a crotch rocket. A road crotch rocket. You know,
so I'm like, you're getting on my sporty. You're gonna ride it. You're gonna ride it around in this grass. So if you dump it, it's not gonna hurt it.
Yeah. So I jump on the back of the bike. I jump on the bike. You know, trying to get rethink everything. I'm like, okay, 1 down, 4 up, whatever. And here's the clutch. Here's the everything. And I take off real slow. Then didn't kill it. Start doing these big old figure eights. I do 1 lap. Steve standing by the Winnebago. He's like, hey, I gotta slow down and get back down to first gear. I'm like, yeah. He's like, my dad's riding on the back of that thing. Don't drop it. So I'm like, I'm looking in the back behind me. I'm just like, look, man, we need to have an understanding. I was like, I'm sorry I'm on your shit, but your son said it was okay. Let's get through this together. Let's be one right now. Hell no, I didn't drop it. What am I haunting me for the rest of my life?
My dad will. So I'm like,
drop it.
His possessions, he rode it. Part of his spirit was on it.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, by the way, Bruce, my dad's spirit's on the back of that bike, so don't drop it.
Yep. Way to scare a person into riding correctly.
So you're riding around. I just said, fuck it, you got it now. Start smoking a J. Walking away.
I'm like, what the?
You got that terrified look on your face, like, come back. Hey. You got this handled shit. All the neighbors around us and Winnebagos and tents all coming out watching him. Is he gonna drop it? I heard that's his first time. Is he gonna drop it?
I didn't drop it. I didn't go past 3rd gear though. I made sure I didn't go past 3rd gear. I kept it under 3. It's like 3 is all I'm going.
It's pretty good for 3rd gear.
Yeah, I was like, field was big enough for 3rd. I was like, I'm doing too good right now. I better get off before I lose my luck. So I was like, let me park this damn thing. Then I get off, and then the old guy that was next to us, he saw I was riding the Harley. Hey, he called up me and you over there. And he started smoking us up. He's like, here. He starts handing us joints. We're sitting out there rapping with him. I don't know. I guess it was a seal of approval because I was riding a Harley. So he wound up smoking us up. Didn't even know the guy. Cool guy. I think he sat there pretty much the whole time we was there. He was right there at that tent. He didn't move much.
That's the nice thing about our campers that were around us. We kind of met them at first. They thought we were like, I don't want to say, we were like, we're security guards, and they were like, oh yeah. Yeah.
They're trying to
Like, yeah,
hide their
dude,
stuff. I'm like, we don't want that. We don't
we're,
want this stuff.
we're representing the campground we work for. We, I got the orange shirt on. I can't, do that stuff right now.
Yeah.
So, you were the same way. Like, no, it could be PCP in that shit, and you don't even know about it.
Hey, I was trying to keep it safe though. I didn't know. I didn't want to get too
So
loose.
we got these orange shirts, and we're like, I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. We've been here like 4 or 5 days now. We got our shit on lockdown. Let's take some mushrooms and go to work. Who the fuck's gonna know? Like, it's 2 a.m. Like, as long as we fucking clock in, that's all the fucking matters. You're like, oh, fuck. All right, so I'm like, yeah, let's do this shit. So we chop down on some mushrooms. And we start walking like, I don't know, 200 yards probably to where we parked at or where we camped at. It's a little bit longer. But
yeah, it was maybe 400 yards. We had to go down that road, go past the freaking food place.
Right. And you just keep going up that
and then
road.
Keep going up that road where all the freaking trailer parks were.
So we're like, hey, it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Got some orange juice. Let's go to work. So we're walking in the stage at that time because the wind picks up out here in South Dakota. So they had cut the, what is it, tarp, I guess it would be.
The tarp to the back of the stage.
All around the whole stage. And they cut it.
Like 3 different sections, I think.
Right. It was just
3 big
huge.
sections. Yeah.
So
but we didn't see them cut it.
We didn't know that. So we're walking to work, and all of a sudden we're seeing smiley faces on this
Big
stage.
Smiley faces, and the wind's blowing, and the faces are all, all moving. So I'm like, Captain Steve, Steve, what, dude? Are you seeing faces right now? These some good rooms, because I'm seeing shit.
I was unhappy.
Yeah, one smiling, one frowning, one just kind of in the middle, but the lips were like flapping in the breeze. And then we're just sitting there staring at it. They look like they're talking to us.
We sat there in the spots by the gate, sat there,
staring at that
for 5 hours of our work. We clocked in. We started
sat there. Started tripping.
Drank orange juice.
I was like, dude, are you seeing these faces? And then Steve's like, at first he's like, no, I don't see any faces. What are you talking about? I'm like, dude, you don't see them big faces over there? I said, where'd they come from? Just because the day before they wasn't there. Then like the next shift,
we decided to trip.
Yeah, I'm just like, whoa.
Because that was our whole thing for 5 hours. Is this real? That was our biggest thing. Like, we didn't want to ask our foreman who drives around in a little go-kart and shit. You guys good tonight? Yep, we're good. We're good. We don't need nothing. We're good. Just move it along. Check. We're good. Radio check. Yeah, we're still like, yeah. No need to come see us.
I think the only part that sucked about the job was like trying to get a new battery. When our batteries were getting low. Like, look, we need another battery, and then like it takes them forever to get us a battery. You want to keep up comms? We need a battery. Then they hand us a battery. It was a dead one.
We kind of abused our radio check though too, and like one of the managers came. Does anybody need a sweater? And we're like, damn, it's a little chilly. Yeah, check. End gate would like 2 sweaters.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you hear. Gate 3 would like a sweater too. Gate 4, Gate 5, Gate 2 would too. She's like, and then all of a sudden you hear over the mic, I meant for the band people only. Like,
well, that's specified. She didn't specify.
So I think that incident, we kind of lose our battery privilege for our mic. They were like, make them feel important.
I was like, maybe we should get some flares and just light them and wave them. We need help. We'll get the flare gun.
With us a battery.
Yeah. Went at the Kiss concert night too.
About
that time.
Yeah. Or we got the Blue
Yeah.
Smurf. The Blue
Oh
Smurf is still.
yeah, because you're talking about the porta potties, yeah. So we got the porta johns at the
We
top
got
of the
about
hill.
15 minutes left. Which one do you want to do? Kiss concert or Blue Smurf?
I don't care. The
I'll
Smurf
go
is
with.
kind of quick though. It's not that fast. It's not that long of a story, but it was funny.
Oh, it's a great story, man. It's both perspectives of a Kiss concert. Me, I grew up with Kiss and Gene Simmons and rocking out, and they told me, you guys don't work till 2 a.m. You guys can go to the concert for free and everything. We're like, hell yeah, man. Cousin's showing up, this guy's showing up, this guy's showing up. I know this guy's showing up for Kiss here in South Dakota. I mean, this guy, I'm gonna have a bunch of friends here, Bruce. We're gonna party
Yep.
and we're gonna have food again.
Yeah, I
So
remember. I remember. I said, this is ironic. I said because when I was a kid, I used to, back in the late '70s, early '80s, Kiss used to have commercials, and the guy would always stick his tongue out. He used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid. So here I am as an adult at the Kiss concert, getting my revenge. I'm like, oh, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers no more.
I want to see that on TV. I don't want
He
to
used to
see it.
scare me to death when I was a kid. He used to scare me half to death. I used to run to my grandma every time I saw that Kiss commercial come on, man. Shit, that shit was funny. So we stand out in front of the concert, the Kiss. It was me, Steve-O, Puffy, Kyle, Bones, and a couple of your brothers. Your brothers came too.
Well, my cousin Louie was
Your
there.
cousin, yeah, your cousin. And so,
Dale was there. There's like 15, 16 people that we knew that I actually knew that was going to probably show up
yeah,
for this concert, you know,
we're
not
all
like
sitting there.
country
Yeah,
ones or whatever we had.
right. So we're all sitting there
So,
kicking it,
right.
and then
And we both know that we have to work at 2 a.m.
yeah,
So that's always
yeah.
the fun thing with going to concerts that end at 1 a.m., you know. So we'll have a little drink, we'll have a little smoke. Bruce passed
Yeah.
this joint around.
Oh man, I handed the joint over, and the scene. It felt like the breeze was going. I think they shot them cannons off, but the confetti was coming down. It was like it was snowing, and then yeah, I passed the joint around. It just seemed like that joint went across the whole freaking concert and came around. I turned this way and I grabbed it again, but it was gone for a while, and then it came back. And I was like, wow, this is fucking awesome. This girl comes out of nowhere. She's about 5'2", 5'5", maybe. She comes out of the crowd, comes right up to me, plants me a kiss right on my face. I'm in shock. I'm like, whoa! And she looks kind of young. So I'm like, hey, let me see your ID. So she pulls out her ID. So I look at it.
After he just stayed out with her for about 2 minutes.
Hey, I hand Steve. Steve hands it to Bones. Bones hands it to Kyle. I'm like, I need guarantee that I'm good to go because this don't really happen to me every day. So to pass the damn thing around, they finally like, yeah, we're good. Everybody give me a thumbs up. Next thing I know, I'm making out with her. Yeah, she was nice though. She was fun. That was fun. That was a fun time. Kiss.
So I got a pretty good buzz going on. I know where Bruce is going with this. He's kind of like, peace out. I'm going to the RV. Knock twice.
Gotta beat that. Gotta find out when you're gonna beat that.
All right.
Thunderclap.
So I go with a couple more friends, my cousin and shit. My cousin's all drunk. He's like, I can't find my wallet. So he reaches over and grabs the bartender's tip jar, scoots it to him, just there, grabs the money and hands it to him. I tell you what, the security guards and the bartender about decapitated my cousin, like right then and there. Like he's all, where's my money? I gave her 20 earlier, so why can't I use it now? Like, dude, guys, it's me, Captain, Steve. Hey, it's my cousin. Get back all the money, cuz where's your wallet? I don't know. I lost it somewhere. Dude, it's hanging out your front. Oh, it is. All right. Here's the $10 for a beer. Sorry for the inconvenience. Bruce is like, oh, that's too much drama for me. I'm out of here. I'll see you in like 2 hours. Don't come to the RV. What's going on? I'm like, man, I'm hungry. I sold these couple Kiss concerts here to a couple people. I got some money in my pocket too. So I buy me a turkey leg, like an actual turkey.
Like the Vikings, like you see in a Vikings movie.
Right, caveman style. I'm all. This thing's like bigger than my head, and I'm like just gnawing on it like a caveman. I'm like, well, I'm already here at work. I'm already at the gate. I'm just waiting for Bruce. Bruce shows up. I'm still eating on that thing like fucking caveman. Just
Oh man, good times, man. Good
that
memories,
was our
man.
experience at Kiss concert, and then we both went and clocked in. I had that bone still in my hand, eating on it. And you're like, give me some of that. I need some straight.
It was weird, man. We was like running on like one day of sleep. I think, like one night of sleep for like 4 or 5 days until we just like,
Yeah, 4 or 5 days.
pretty much
It was
cracked out.
up, do
Yeah,
crazy shit.
it seemed like nobody slept. It was like you come out the Winnebago and then you step out and there'll be somebody doing something. I mean, you see one side asleep and it was like they're doing shifts. This side asleep, that side would be up. But everybody was always up, so you felt pretty safe though. It was an amazing experience. I didn't think I was gonna have that much fun. I thought I was gonna get killed or lynched or one of the two.
And that's pretty much the first 7 days with that.
Yeah,
So we'll start off with next Sunday night. Work for you? We'll
that
do
worked.
another part 2 of the second week working there. We'll start
And
off
I'll
with
bring
the
a gut wrenching episode of me almost getting killed by 10 Hell's Angels prospects.
that's next episode.
That's the next
And then
episode.
also be the Blue Smurf and
Blue
that
Smoke and Hell's
this
Angels.
story. What you've heard so far is only really what's happened to us in the past 7 days, and we have 7 more days to do this. But I have several YouTube channels like Comic Book G-Man. He's got a show coming out. Tacoma, I want to shout out him. Two Brothers, Gorilla. All these guys have like a lot of shows going on Saturday, and I just like the opportunity just to have an hour in here and something different than comic books and just tell a story that is all true, unfortunately. And all we did is laugh for two guys that never really met each other before more than maybe an hour or two. And
now we're family. My brother.
So next week we'll start it off with the Blue Smurf. And go into the Jackal and Hangovers. And we'll just go on with that till then. And we'll do another hour show next Sunday night, because, we do talk about alcohol, drugs, and other things that minors should not listen to or be a part of. But we're at least 21 and older, and these are just crazy stories of a crazy place.
Funny story. Funny story.
Yeah, but they're true. That's the unfortunate part.
True story. You guys want to fake shit? Go to HBO. This is real.
This is just tales of Bruce and our experiences together. I'll have many other guests on there that I've known throughout the years and gone through rallies. Some of it's a blur, and like me and Bruce were talking, we were back and forth with each other about remembering down, different stuff. Hey, you remember that? And then that clicks in a memory that this happened or that happened. It's all about the
stories. Just in South Dakota, there's a bunch of stories. Just in South Dakota alone, we have a bunch of stories. Without even going to Sturgis.
We're narrowing it down to 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Right. So this is kind of like a little show that I want to do and give a shout out to people that have gone to the rally and experienced craziness, because with COVID and everything, it doesn't seem like, people are going to be able to do this kind of stuff anymore, but it still happened this year at the rally again. So, I can tell you from experience, I worked the rally. So another year I worked it.
Mhm.
But I've been going to the rally for 31 years, and 6 of them I've worked. So a lot of them are a lot of partying and crazy stories and a lot of blackout and blank out time. But that's why I always like to bring guests on and converse with them with their experiences were too fun. I,
Yeah.
I can even express what it is. It's an aura of memories that you have that you can't explain. And
But the
so
good
that's
ones.
what we're trying to show.
The good
Explain
memories.
the experiences that we've had with it.
Yeah, it was
So,
great.
with that being said, we're gonna probably cut her a little short here. Bruce, you have
Roger
something
that.
coming up with your veterans?
Well, just want to say, Happy New Year to all the vets, and for all the vets that's not here with us. Um, I'm doing a veteran PTSD battle group. It's Element 1727 on PS4. If you want to just be, if any veteran wants to just come in the game, you're able to do that. Or if you just want to talk or vent, because I know it's veterans suffering from PTSD is really hard to get out, and then you don't want to talk to anybody about it because you don't think they understand. I understand. I have combat experience as well. So if you guys want to join up together in a safe environment, meet me on Element 1727 on PS4 or Element 1727 on YouTube. You guys have a blessed night. Thank you.
Got Buzzable Rides. Oh, that's my Canadian guy, man. I got to get him on the show. He's probably got some tales too to tell. I met him a couple of years back, but I love it when he shows up every year at the rally. He's a great guy too.
We gotta get the lady with the
Uh,
pink hat on here.
huh?
We gotta get the
The
lady with
what?
the pink hat on here. Gotta get the lady with the
Oh,
pink hat. Gotta get her on the
I
show.
will get Jeff eventually on here. I just got to give him a pre warning, and because they've been going to the rally for 20 years, so
Yeah.
they got just as many stories, and all 20 of them years, I met them at one place every time, every year at
Every
the
time.
same time at the same place. But that's another tale for.
Next week.
Well, yeah.
Gotta tell her about the pink hat,
Yes.
man. Gotta tell a story about the pink hat. That
Well,
was
yeah, that's
crazy.
next week. So,
Yeah,
we'll
that's
call
next
it
week.
Sinful Sunday. Because
All
like
right.
like I said, there's a lot of people that I'm a part of the YouTube community, and they got their shows, and I usually give them a shout out, or I'm on their shows or whatever. But that's why I kind of took it up on this opportunity, just something different. I didn't think we were gonna get many people, but we might get a couple people watch it. But I think
Right.
next Sinful Sunday will be, especially once I start telling the tale about the blue Smurf. That was, oh my God, my gut still hurts from laughing about that one. And the jackal concert and lady in a pink hat, and we have a whole nother week of an experience, things that gone
And
on,
some
but
dangerous Hell's Angels.
well, we kind of got over our work, where we worked, our time that we worked, experienced riding bikes. At this time, we're probably out of beer, money, and weed by this time. That's why we've been selling tickets to get beer money or something to eat. Tripping at work, that was still one of them experiences that I don't know, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy time. 4 hours I didn't know if these smiley faces were real. Um Crazy boss. We had a crazy foreman guy that thought he was Taekwondo king. We were supposed to report to him every day. We were just like, well, if we know we clock in here and where we go, then what are we supposed to do? Our our radio's right here. All right. Well, Bruce, I want to thank you. Oh, can't hear you. Is your mic out? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Well, anyways, we're gonna end that show right there with Bruce being a little quiet for once. I always love to listen to him laugh. He gets me cracking up. So thank you for showing up. Come back next week, next Sunday for Sinful Sunday for the conclusion of Elephant's conclusion story of 2007 experience at the Sturgis Rally. Good night, everybody. Have a good night.